Hi everyone, this is Shola, and if you're new here, I am the founder of Activate Her Purpose. And Activate Her Purpose empowers women to step boldly into our calling, embrace our gifts, and live the life that we are meant to live with confidence. First of all, thank you so much for all the support on my channel, and I am looking forward to many more videos just to share and just to let's collaborate on things that help us activate that purpose in our life. And with that said, I wanted to come on here and talk about my journey of publishing my first and second children's book on Amazon. So yes, your girl is a self-published author, and I've talked to so many women who asked me how I did it, where to start and things like that. So I thought, you know what, perfect video idea, and I will take you through my journey and the step-by-steps that got me to my first children's book, self-published children's book. So I love to create, and I wanted to create something that would be meaningful for children, and I thought about, how to start. Really didn't know where to start, and I always thought, it's down the line, But during the pandemic, this created an opportunity for me to start thinking about what to write and how to convey the message that I wanted to get across to children. And that's where it all started. And I decided, you know what, let me get my notebook and let me just start writing. And I've always loved storytelling and art and things like that. So I just started writing. Just writing, and it took almost maybe 2-week period, and I got 10,000 words. Can you believe it? I got 10,000 words on paper. But I had to have a conversation with myself, and I said, Shola, I don't think anybody will want to read this. For real. I thought, I don't even want to read this. And sometimes you just got to be honest with yourself. I patted myself on the back. I gave myself a round of applause, but I just knew that was not it. Whatever it is that I was writing down was not it. So I took a day. I said, you know what, let me just pause. Let me think about what I want to write and just take a break. So, that day I think I was just sitting on the couch, and these words just started bubbling up in my spirit, and the words that I wrote in this now published children's book, My Destiny and Me, all about purpose and confidence, came to me within 7 hours. I was writing, and within 7 hours, I was able to write every word of this book. And I just realized that sometimes you just don't have to force it. Let it come from where it is already in you, and it won't take as much effort as you think. And that's really the story of how this started. I still didn't know how I would get it from idea to a book, a published book, but at least I took the first step. And so this video will walk you through some of the steps that I took as someone who had no idea where to start. And hopefully this will help you get started on your dream of writing a children's book, or writing a book of some of the ideas that you've had for a long time, but just didn't know where to start. I will walk you through that. So sit back and relax and take notes. Okay, so step 1 is start with an idea. Everything begins with an idea, and this is about the message you want to leave with the kids. Okay, for me, I always wanted children to know whatever they dream of, they can accomplish, and that their destiny is already inside of them. And this book that I wrote, My Destiny and Me, conveyed that idea to them in a way that they could understand. So what I would say is, what's the lesson that you want to teach? Think about that, mull over it, see how you want it to land in the hearts and minds of the children that you want to reach out to. What do I want kids to feel after reading my story? So you need to think about that first. Give it some time before you even start writing, so that by the time you start writing, it flows naturally, it flows from a place of from within you, and it is authentic. So start with the idea. So step number 2 is write the story. Write the story and don't overthink it. Start small, 1 page at a time. Read it out loud and see how imagine how the child that you're writing this story for is gonna visualize it, how the characters are gonna come alive in the words that you're writing. And make it simple and make it fun, but don't overthink it, because you can always come back and edit it again, but you don't want to get stuck on the editing process or overthinking how everything is gonna flow. So just start and get it out there, and then come back and edit later. So step number 3 is start to imagine the characters that are in this book and think about illustration. So in my case, this was very unique because, like I said, during the pandemic, I wrote my storyline and showed my family. Everyone was excited and impressed, and especially my daughter, who happens to be an artist, and she decided to volunteer herself to be the illustrator for this book. At first I was a little, unsure, but she convinced me to give her that opportunity to prove herself. So she decided to read the words of the storyline and create characters that matched it and brought the story alive. So it was such a great time for us, because we were able to bond over this book and subsequently the second children's book. But not everybody has a daughter who is an illustrator, so I understand that. So you can definitely start at certain websites like Fiverr, Upwork, and you can find illustrators. Or if you're interested, my daughter also has a page on Fiverr where she can bring your stories alive. But the point is, you have to start thinking about illustration of your book in order to bring this story alive. And this is step 3 in the process. Step number 4 is format and publish your children's book. And this is where it gets real. I'm not gonna lie to you. I used Amazon KDP, and that was good because it's free, it's beginner friendly, and you can print on demand, which means you don't have to buy inventory up front or have a whole bunch of books in your house to sell, unless you have your own website, of course. But yeah, you'll upload your story as a PDF, and this is after the entire process. You have your characters, you have your pictures, you have your words, it's formatted, and there's a whole lot of other stuff around that. But let's say you have your PDF done, your cover JPG file you can do, and they'll walk you through choosing your book, the size, the price, and which category you want it to be in. So the first time I saw my book live on Amazon after the entire process, and there is a bit of a process there. If you want me to go into more details about that, let me know in the comments section, and I will create a separate video to go through the nitty-gritty of that process. But long story short, after I went through that process and I saw my book live on Amazon, I literally, I could not believe it. It was such a full circle moment for me, and it just proves that when you start small, just start, and it will, one step after the other will take you to where you want to be. And that's literally how I have my first children's book and my second children's book. Not only that, my son also created a self-published book called Out of the Box, and he went through the same process. So what I would say is my fourth step is to format and publish. And step 5, and this is going to be my last step in this video. If you want more tips, let me know and I will go into more depth. But step 5 is to share it and sell it. Once your book is live, share it. Not in a salesy way, like I cringe when I have to sell something like that. And I know there's a whole marketing thing around selling your book, but you really don't have to be salesy. You can essentially sell your story. Sell it in a way that people connect to your process. Through the way that you got it illustrated, through the process of creating it and reading a page out loud. People connect to your journey, not your product. So when they see your passion, like you're seeing mine today, they'll want to support you. So especially when you're creating value, you're creating something that many of your audience, children, will love to read. There's a shortage of books, great books that children can take inspiration from. And so sell that, share that, make sure that whoever is reading your book understands the value that this book is going to create in the lives of their children. And so that would be it. Have a social media post about your book, do a book launch if you can. We did do a book launch in 2021, which helped to spread the word about our book. And if you're interested in learning more about how to self-publish, maybe you've always dreamed about creating or self-publishing your own book, put it in the comment section. I will go into more detail about the areas where I couldn't cover in such a short video. And also, check out our book, My Destiny and Me, all about confidence and purpose. And our second book, My Puppy and Me, for all you pet lovers out there, all about our furry friends, also illustrated by my daughter. And I'll have the links in the comment section. And my son's book, Out of the Box, and this is all about Gen Z's journey throughout the growth of life. Thank you for listening. This is such a great opportunity for me to share ways that we can activate our purpose, activate the things that we really want to do. And let me know if you want more topics like this, and I will come up with a video for it. Thank you and have a wonderful day. I will see you in the next video.